Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is David Novak. So it is the early hours of the morning and I was just pinged by a Facebook notification, which does not happen often. And it turns out that a poem which I wrote in 2014 has just received a response written by Bales, a poet from Cleveland. And so I thought I would take this occasion to read the original poem which I wrote and subsequently forgot about, and then read Bales's response poem. So here's the original poem. I don't know what you can see of it, but I think there's the original date from 2014. So I prefaced it with a comment. No ill intentions meant by this. I actually wish I could be there. Come, hear me read in Westchester, and I will all the joys confer that verses, sweet iambic spiels, or metaphoric passions deals. And you may sit upon your chairs, upon me gazing with your stares, as syllables lilt from the tongue of one no longer wise nor young. And I will weave you tapestries of my poetic fantasies, some not too subtle show of heart to make you think it seems like art. Some references, some erudition, to make you think my first edition is worth your shekels. I'll buy yours, if you will sign it too, of course. For though we may vie for the laurel, we both agree it must be oral, and by exchanging platitudes, verse unifies conflicting moods. As teachers, we may show and tell, or test a word like asphodel. But whilst I read from podium in Westchester, you won't be glum. And here is the poem that Bales just posted, and something just came up on YouTube, as you can see there. So I'll read the poem by Bales, which he begins by quoting one stanza of my poem, and I'll include that too, even though you just heard it. His love replies to her passionate shepherd, for David X. Novak, who wrote, Come hear me read in Westchester, and I will all the joys confer, that verses sweet iambic spiels, or metaphoric passion deals. I think I had said passions deals, retaining the grammatical irregularity, as we would see it, of the original that this was based on. Marcus corrects that. I'd love to come and hear you read amid Westchester's greens, where we'd be welcomed rather than be booed, unlike the way we're often viewed. There, sitting in your audience, I'd bask in language you'd condense, from hot hellos to sweet farewells, in clever rhymes iambic swells. And though you may not now be young, I'd dream of when you lazed among unopened metaphors, still full of each new budding syllable. And if you can't be counted wise, because you've won no major prize, you will not be by me ignored, who has not got a big award. Perhaps some other future year we'll drink each other's verse like beer, and hold each other up and lurch the wrong way down the length of church. Intoxicated then by words harmonic as a pair of thirds, we'll stagger to the podium, whip out our art, and give them some. But not this year, my shepherd lad. I told my boss how I was mad to go, and the officious jerk has scheduled me to stay and work. So both of these poems, which respond to the annual poetic conference held in Westchester, is that Pennsylvania? I can't remember anymore. It's been a long time. Sort of imitate the famous poem by Christopher Marlowe, I think, and Walter Raleigh, one responding to the other, the passionate shepherd to his love, and then the nymph's reply to the shepherd. Anyhow, I thought I would just share with you this happy little moment of my morning. Now I've got to get on and get started with my day. Thank you for stopping by.